Welcome to Everyday Happiness, where we create lasting happiness in 2 minutes a day through my signature method of intentional margins, creating harmony between your to-dos and your priorities, happiness science, and musings about life. I'm your host, Katie Jeffcoat, and I read this article in the Washington Post about having too much time on your hands and how it can affect your happiness. The link is in the show notes. But the article starts out with a premise, a situation we've all been in, I'm sure. It says, have you ever had one of those days that turned into weeks when you had approximately 645 things to do and not a single minute for leisure time? Like many of us, Cassie Moglinger Holmes sometimes feels as if she lives in that state. She also, and this will probably sound familiar, has entertained the idea of trading all of those obligations for a deserted island. All right, that seems pretty spot on. Holmes is a professor at UCLA and did some research about whether leaving it all behind for a deserted island will actually make people happier. And spoiler alert, the answer is no. But what's fascinating is that according to the science, an individual's well-being increases in correlation with their free time, but only to a certain point. Although having too little free time isn't healthy, also having too much diminishes our well-being. This is why I believe intentional margins are so important. It's not the deserted island, but instead the buffer of space and time to live in your priorities, including sleep, reading a book, meditating, anything that you enjoy in your free time. We were not meant to be stuck on this hamster wheel of to-dos. That's not how we were intended to live. We were meant to live in connection with other humans and have harmony in how we spend our limited, so very limited time. And now there is one more example of how science proves it. So until next time, I invite you to do something just for you today. Take a short walk, some deep breaths, call a friend, or message me on social. We actually respond to our messages. We're over at Everyday Happiness with Katie.